Good morning, I'm Clinton K. Williams with your daily morning minute. First in sports news, the Ohio State men's basketball team clinched its sixth straight win at home on Saturday over Michigan, beating the Wolverines 66-55. This is the Buckeyes' 10th win out of their past 12 games, which leaves them with a 13-4 conference record and a 23-7 overall. This key win gives Ohio State a shot at a partial conference championship if Michigan State can pull off an upset against the Big Ten's top-ranked Purdue in tonight's game. While the Buckeyes celebrated the redeeming conference win, Chileans mourned lost homes and loved ones after a fatal earthquake. The 8.8 magnitude earthquake shook Chile early Saturday, killing hundreds and distressing millions. Civilians, angered by what they believe are futile attempts made by the military and their government to aid survivors, have taken to looting. The looting has become so out of control that it is hindering search and rescue operations as well as causing fires and other damage beyond what the earthquake had already caused. Chileans aren't the only ones upset and taking matters into their own hands. Kentucky Senator Jim Bunning literally took matters into his own hands when he shot his middle finger at an ABC reporter on Monday. The senator refused to comment on his decision to block an unemployment benefits bill and became angry and screamed at the reporter to get off the, quote, senator's only elevator. The reporter saw Bunning later exiting his office and asked him again for another interview, to which the senator walked away holding his middle finger over his shoulder. Bunning has yet to comment on his obscene gesture. Today's voters in Iowa begin the process of choosing the next president. Republican Mitt Romney is fighting for a win against the top rival Mike Huckabee in tonight's caucuses, and it appears to be a three-way race for the Democrats among Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and John Edwards. 1/4 of the likely voters say they have yet to make up their minds. Kenya's main opposition party has canceled today's million-man protest march. A top party official cites continuing violence between protesters and police in calling off a rally against suspected cheating in last week's presidential election. At least 300 people have been killed in the recent protests in Kenya. The Justice Department is opening a criminal investigation into the destruction of a CIA interrogation videotapes. Attorney General Michael McCosay has appointed John Durham, a federal prosecutor in Connecticut, to oversee the investigation. Durham has a reputation as one of the nation's most relentless prosecutors. The San Francisco Zoo reopens today, 9 days after an escaped tiger killed a teenage visitor and critically injured 2 other people. NBC's George Lewis is in San Francisco. George, good morning.
Well, Chris, as you mentioned, this news conference just wrapped up. Investigators told us moments ago that they completed a thorough search of the zoo here and found no other victims. There was a concern yesterday because the attacks happened after dark. They wanted to make sure that they did not miss anyone here. Moments ago, zoo officials spoke out.
I'm going to be working with my staff to do a thorough analysis of the existing outdoor large cat exhibits to assure that they are safe, see what type of modifications need to be done in order to ensure animal safety and the public safety. I'm also planning on bringing in several colleagues from accredited AZA zoos within the United States to come out and help me reevaluate the outdoor lion exhibits or big cat exhibits that we have here at the San Francisco Zoo so that we can have a better way of managing these animals in the future.
And as you heard, the San Francisco Zoo has a lot of work ahead. Let's go now to some video that we are seeing for the first time. This video is of the 2 victims that survived the brutal attack yesterday and were being taken out on gurneys. They are said to be in stable condition, and this is what medical officials had to say earlier this morning.
They actually came in here with a very stable blood pressure. I think a lot of that, again, has to do with the beauty of youth. These 2 men were in very good shape. I think that right now it looks like because of the quick nature of how they came over here in a very timely manner, and our emergency and operating systems here at the trauma center mobilized quickly, I think that they'll really do very well as far as any scarring. I don't think they'll have lasting effects.
And the identity of the man that was killed has not been released. The zoo tells us they have launched their own investigation along with the San Francisco Police Department. And earlier we also heard from officials from the police department who talked about the chilling account of the tiger lunging toward the officers when they shot and killed that tiger. That is the very latest from the San Francisco Zoo. Leticia Ordaz, KCLA 3 reports.
Leticia, a question for you. Any insight on how the tiger got out?
They really don't know at this point. They know that the tiger did not get out from a door, that they're thinking that it may have climbed a 20-foot wall, and that is something that they are currently examining. We're going to have very much more on this story coming up on our news at 5 and 6. Chris?
All right, Leticia Ordaz live in San Francisco. Thank you. You may remember that there was a tiger attack at the Sacramento Zoo back in 2003. Then a 300-pound tiger attacked its keeper. A zoo volunteer helped fend off the tiger and save the worker's life. The zookeeper was treated at the hospital but did not have life-threatening injuries.